Hello, duelists. We got Joey here with the deck profile. He made top 8 today. Tell us a little bit about your top 8 today.
So I was playing Enforcer Tri-Brigade, and it definitely exceeded my expectations today. It does what normal Tri-Brigade does, except ending on Appaloosa, you end on Enforcer. So just a couple of shout-outs real quick. Just the sponsor, Midwest Gaming, of course. They treat me well. Luke for giving me the deck, and then also Ryan J. Daly for not showing up, but lending me cards. So.
All right. And he, like I said, he got top 8 in the Star Charity event. Pretty big number of people here, so pretty good top.
Okay, so I opted just the 11 names for the Tri-Brigade. So this is pretty self-explanatory with all Tri-Brigade list. So 11 names. I feel like I didn't need the third just because these 9 search it. So like honestly, it's always there when you need it. Plus you don't want to see it when you don't want to see it. So 11 names. The only normal summon outside of the Tri-Brigades I opted to play, no zoos, just cat. This was phenomenal. So in testing against the PK deck, you would stop the Scythe, and then this was just like the best normal summon because it dodges a Fog Blade. So you just like, if they Fog Blade this, you just cost send it, and it just still gets its effect. So the only monster Handshot that I opted to play was just Nibiru. This was so good. This is like every deck like summons 5 and really doesn't have counterplay, unless you're like Sword Soul summoning Baron first, but you gotta have the right opening for it. So Nibiru was just like super high impact and it was just terrific. So,
I agree, yeah.
And of course, like I was saying, the Enforcer package, I only saw these bricks twice today, and I ended up tributing over a Baron Blossom for the Dasher and getting the search, so that was really funny.
Did you ever Dasher effect any?
Yep. I drew a Fractal one time and then slapped my Fractal down, so I thought that was pretty funny too.
Awesome.
I was like, what, Dasher does that?
Yeah, people forget the Dasher effect.
Oh, that's funny. Foolish Burial, just consistency. It just adds any of your Tri-Brigade names. Tanky, again, consistency, adds any of your Tri-Brigade names. Add Fractal, send Nerval, anything. More non-engine stuff, triple Droplet, triple Chalice. This was superb. Most decks are just like ending on like 1 negate and or like just like 1 interaction as far as monsters, and then just like kind of like putting everything into like a Scythe or like back row. So this was amazing. I didn't want to play into like TTT or cross out with hand trap. So
right, Chalice seemed like the MVP of the day from what I saw in a lot of lists.
Oh yes, sir.
You like Droplet over Dark Ruler right now?
In the main, yes. Dark Ruler, I did end up siding as you see later, but
okay.
I definitely liked it more in the main. Triple Prosperity, for the first time ever, I thought this card was very decent in this deck. Usually this card like overperforms for me, but this is just like super decent. Obviously, like if my play gets stopped, then I can banish 6 and either grab like a Revolt or like Fusion Destiny. So like that was cool, but I ended up getting sided out games 2 and games 3.
Did you ever struggle in terms of what you were supposed to banish and what not to banish?
You know, honestly, I didn't run into the issue. It definitely would happen though if I like consistently did 6. But if I already had everything, this was kind of just like to top off my combo, I just banished 3 and search for like an imperm.
Just get like a better upstart.
Just an interruption. And of course, triple Fusion Destiny. The combo with this, you just end on Bear Broom and you just drop your DPE and you just pop the Bear Broom and search. So it's amazing. So that's it for spells, traps. I opted to play it main the 1 order. I was kind of a little iffy on it at first just because it sucks seeing like going second.
Right.
But this is a going first deck, and along with that, I see people dropping this card at like 2 or 1. This is a going first deck. Like if you see this, you just don't even have to summon Bear Broom. You can just go Appaloosa, set this with DPE. So I thought like seeing this card was necessary, although I bricked on it in top 8.
How many games did you win with Order?
With Order, I actually didn't see it the whole day. I didn't see that card at all. And the last, just Imperm. This is another good hand trap that doesn't get TTT'd. Obviously, it gets cross-outed, but you can honestly hold it for like their Scythe and stuff like that too. So
and a lot of people aren't playing cross-out, I feel like, right now.
Right,
so.
in the main especially. So
anything in the main you think you can change or want to change?
You know what? With more testing, I think I'll find the answer to that. But today was kind of my first time playing in a bigger tournament.
Yeah.
Everything seemed okay for me. So
yeah, you got top 8, so it's definitely working out.
Appreciate it.
All right, let's get that extra deck.
1 Elmirage. So the funny thing with this is that this becomes a lot more powerful. So if you just open Nerval Kit, you just get your Karis, you summon Karis underneath your Elmirage, and then if you use Karis and they stop that like an Imperm, you just make Anaconda with the Karis and the Elmirage. So I thought that was just like super good.
Right.
Other than that, just like kind of like some more like Beast Warrior and just stuff that you can summon off of your Tri-Brigade monsters. I played just the 1 Ancient Warrior and then the 1 Doom Eagle. This card was insane. This card was also insane. This bounced DPE, but honestly, it's just like kind of prosperity food.
I feel like Doom Eagle's making a comeback with DP.
Yeah. Against the Machina player, it was super strong. So as far as the rest of the Tri-Brigade, so that's a Farigite. Let's see. Double Bear Broom, double Farigite. I wanted to play 2 and 2 of each, so I can just banish 1 and 1 for prosperity.
Did you make Rampager a lot, or the second
yeah,
one or
actually,
anything?
honestly, with the games I didn't prosperity and banish the second one, most of the time I'd summon this going to a board and discard 2 because you get to draw 2 off Celestial and bring back 1. So it was very cool. And then triple sure egg, like I said, one's just a pot target, but otherwise 3 does come up in the grindy games. So
yeah.
And then of course just the 1 silver. This is just easy Appaloosa or easy access code. So you need the link 3 just to summon.
He's good in his own right too. You get the extra body on board, and if you need it
against like grinder decks too, you can like summon back like a Nerval and stuff like that too, and just kind of outpace. So that was really cool. 1 access code, it's a game ender, and then Appaloosa. Counter side helps me not lose into Nibiru and stuff like that. And then of course the cream of the crop of the deck. This stuff is not coming out. The Destroyer Phoenix Engine was so amazing. Like I said, I think Appaloosa's lackluster as like a floodgate monster. It's more just like kind of counter side for Nibiru. Like I don't want to end on this going into my opponent's board. I'd rather end on this in Revolt. So
yeah, extra deck seems very tight. I'm sure it's pretty much not going to change at this point.
Yeah. Honestly, you know what? I was one of the Tri-Brigade monsters. I think I'm going to cut one of these for Darumadol. Yeah, that one that pops spell and trap cards, because I was going to ask for one before the tournament. I totally forgot, but it ended up working out. So.
All right, so one little change on there.
Side deck, triple droll. This card's coming out. This card was awful. I sided against Shadal Invoked, and honestly, you got Droplet, Imperm Chalice, so like that deck was not an issue to begin with. Like I was more worried about the people that were still on Drytron, but there were none. So
right.
1 Harpy, double Cosmic. I didn't want to do Twin or Lightning Storm or anything. I kind of wanted to play around the big level 10 rock that came out of this last set that protects your back row. So, and then obviously it's good against Schism and whatever else.
Gotcha. Even though Twin, you can pitch it to get your effects sometimes, but you thought Cosmic was the right
honestly,
choice.
And this plays into Lancia too, so that's something to remember about the deck. So yeah. I thought it was kind of spooky, but it didn't happen, so it worked out. Only double Dark Ruler. My side deck's kind of tight, so I have to just play 2. And honestly, this is pretty lackluster. It's good against the decks. It's good against, obviously, but the top decks, it's all right. Like against Sword Soul, they still have the pop too, which is pretty scary for this deck. Phantom Knight, I don't even side this in against Phantom Knight. I don't see a point. If we're going first, so I'd side out my double Chalice and double Droplet, keep 1 and 1 for triple Crosshat, 1 call by. This was just purely counter side. Obviously, the only thing that's going to stop your Revolt is going to be like a Chalice or a Droplet. So I had those in there, and obviously a Nibiru. The combo does summon 5, but if they're Nibiruing you, you're still searching Revolt. So, and the last card, this card was MVP. Evenly matched.
Evenly matched.
Another card that actually plays in a Lancia, which is kind of spooky, but at the same time, like in theory, if you were able to stop Scythe against Phantom Knight and then you're able to drop this, you're in a really, really good spot. And then you can just Tri-Brigade from then out and just drop TPE and just kind of outpace.
Yeah, since people forget about that card.
I swear, people overcommit and then they lose the Evenly. So,
what do you think about playing this deck in the future?
I actually want to play this for Pasadena. Like I said, it over exceeded my expectations today. So obviously I got to do a lot more testing with it, but I'm going to continue staying on the deck.
And what did you end up losing to? I know you said your main loss was a brick, but
in Swiss I lost to Sword Soul, and then in top 8 I also lost to Sword Soul.
Yeah.
So it's my 2 losses.
All right, Joey. Well, thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you.
All right.